Hi guys, welcome back. Today is another Empties video where we take a walk through the garbage can to see which products I finished and whether or not I'm going to repurchase them. So this is actually part 2. Part 1 I did a couple of days ago, which was all about skincare. So if you want to check that out, I will put the link up here as well as in the description bar below. This one is hair care, body care, and supplements. So we're going to jump right in. Okay, we're starting off with hair care because it's an area that I'm starting to become a little bit obsessed with. And that is purely because I am menopausal and my hair is doing horrible things. But not only am I mean to it, I bleach it, I use tools on it, but it's just getting brittle. And I have noticed that it's starting to just fall out a little bit more than I would like. So I'm having to really think about the different products that I'm using on it. So we're starting off with a kit. It was actually a couple of different products by Oribe. And I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And I've heard so many good things about their shampoo and their conditioner. Not only does it smell great, but it's supposed to have really good restorative properties to it. So they're uber expensive though. Like a full-size shampoo and a full-size conditioner, I think runs about $50. So I didn't want to spend that. So I ended up getting this little kit called the Oribe Obsessed Kit. So this kit contains the Lust Repair and Restore shampoo, the Lust Repair and Restore conditioner, and also the texture spray. So 2 of those products I have finished and are here today. It is the shampoo and it is the conditioner. So what they say is that both of these products contain centuries-old healing oils and extracts like cypress, argan, and maracuja, which I'd never actually heard of before, with revolutionary biorestorative complex to balance the scalp and reinforce the inner strength of each strand. So for me, it's all about the growth cycle and trying to ensure that I maintain a healthy growth cycle so that new hair is being created, even though I'm going to lose hair every day and everybody does that anyway, but you want to make sure that new hair is growing in its place. So what did I think about these? Now I can say that the smell on these products is amazing. They smell so good, but I didn't love them. And I think it's one of the things I just need to face the facts that my hair does not like a traditional foaming shampoo. It just doesn't like it. It feels dry and it just doesn't feel as nourished, doesn't feel as healthy as when I use other products that aren't in that space. So I'm actually realizing it's probably a very unfair assessment. So many people rate these as really, really good products. So you probably shouldn't go by what I say. I should just know better than to dabble in products that I'm pretty sure aren't going to work. Just so many people said great things, I thought maybe they would. I have to use products like New Wash, and I use As I Am, which are cleansing solutions, almost like co-washing, so they're not sudsing, shampoo-y kind of products, so they're not stripping my hair. There's actually only one shampoo that I can use, and it's by a brand I'm going to bring up in a second. So for me, the Oribe, while loved by many, is just not the one for me. I'm glad I got the small little kit because I was able to get 3 of these samples for 58 euros. Now I haven't tried the texture spray. I'd say that's going to be great. I just haven't had a chance to use it yet, but for me it's a pass, although for others this may be a really interesting way to kind of test the waters and see if you're an Oribe gal or not. The next one is by Olaplex. That is their number 6 Bond Smoother. Now this is probably my 4th or 5th bottle. I do use it quite regularly. I use it in conjunction with their number 7, which is their oil. I combine the 2 of them together and I put it on my hair straight out of the shower just before I do any styling because I find that it just is very nourishing. It is very reparative. And that's what all the Olaplex products are here to do, is to restore the bond. So for me, it's been a huge success. This is empty. The new one is already in the bathroom, and I probably use that combination about 4 days a week. So for me, it's a no-brainer. It's a winner. I repurchase over and over again. This retails for about $30, 30 euros for 100 mils, and it does tend to last me quite a few months. The next product is by a company that's actually becoming my new favorite hair care brand, and they are called Haille. And I have quite a few products I'm using at the moment, and all of them I absolutely love. This one is called the Complete Recovery Complex. So all of their products are premium hair and scalp treatments that are really designed for people going through hair loss and hair thinning, but they wanted to do it using a drug-free approach. Plus, the products are really good at counterbalancing all of the pain that we choose to inflict ourselves. So I'm using a large number of their products, and one is their hydrating shampoo, which I said is the only sort of standard shampoo-y product that I can use that leaves my hair feeling soft and manageable and beautiful, even without using any conditioners in it. So that is one of the shampoos that I'm using, but that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about the Recovery Complex because it's empty. This is the only hair care product that I use absolutely every single day. And what this is about regenerating the hair follicles. Because that, for me, I'm starting to find that there's sort of a little bit of thinning that's just happening here at the temples. And I've noticed it for about the past year, so I've been trying to dabble and find products that are going to be good for the scalp and helping to regenerate and regrow new hair. So what they say is that they use a biotechnology to increase the lifespan of the hair follicle stem cells and to protect and maintain their function. The synergistic action of active ingredients improves hair anchoring, reduces follicle miniaturization, and promotes normal hair cycle. That's what I'm looking for. This contains apple stem cells, biomimetic peptides, and red clover extract. So what I can tell you is that I am noticing a difference. There are all of these little tiny baby hairs that are starting to surface. Now, it is not the only product I'm using in the range. I'm also using a hair oil, probably almost daily, that I put in the evenings just to massage into the scalp. And I'm finding that these products, not only do they smell amazing, by the way, they're delivering results. So for me, I'm going to repeat order these products over and over again. Now this is empty. I'm waiting on my delivery. I'm like this by the door every day going, where's my delivery? I feel a little naked not using it. So for me, it's the first thing I do when I get out of the shower. I put this in first. I put a few little droplets of the pipette and off I go. It's weightless. You don't even know it's there. It's not going to weigh down the hair at all. It's not going to make it greasy. It is perfect. And I'm seeing little baby hairs growing. So I think we are on to something. This retails for $64 US. It is manufactured and shipped from the US. And that is for 75 mils. And I think this bottle lasted me for about 3 months. And that to me is completely worth the spend. I think that this is a fantastic range. And I'm looking to do a full range review of this probably within the next month. So stay tuned for that. Oh, and I do have a discount code for this too. So if you use Mary10, that will get you 10% off your order. Next, we are moving into body care. And this has been another particular point of interest for me because my 51-year-old skin is getting a bit drier. So I'm constantly experimenting and trying to find things that are going to give me long-lasting hydration. I mean, who doesn't want that nice, smooth skin? I do. So first up is by Versed. This is the Firm Ground Retinol Body Lotion, and I freaking love this product. It contains encapsulated retinol to help stimulate collagen production and cell renewal. It has cocoa butter to help moisturize and hydrate the skin, and it has vitamin E to moisturize and also fight free radicals. And it is really, really hydrating, but it's weird because when you apply it to the skin, it kind of takes a long time to rub in. You're kind of there for a while and it doesn't necessarily feel thick, but it takes a while for it to rub in. But wow, the skin loves it. So the other thing that's so great about it is it's cheap as chips. I think it's about $15 to $18. When I was in the States, I picked up 2 more. So I have 1 in the bathroom and I have 2 on reserve. And this is one that I'm definitely going to be buying over and over again. So the next one is one that's actually been on this channel quite a few times. It is by L'Occitane and it is their almond milk concentrate. And I have to be honest, I've never purchased any of them, but I'm so lucky enough to have them. My friend Mari generally gifts me something from this range and often this product for Christmas and birthdays and stuff, and I love it. It has omega-9 fatty acids to help soften and nourish the skin. It has squalane and vitamin E to help protect the skin and also help fight the loss of elasticity. And it's just such an interesting texture. It's kind of fluffy, but also really hydrating at the same time. It does not leave your skin feeling greasy. It soaks in very well, but it's just nice and easy to use, and it just has that L'Occitane almond smell, which is just amazing. I really, really do love it. And I believe there are stores, certainly here in Ireland, I'm imagining in the US and other places, where you can get refills for this without having to repurchase the entire package, which is that nice heavy glass container. Which, by the way, when you rinse it all out, comes in handy in other ways. This retails for $55 for 200 mils, which is a pretty good healthy amount. And this one's empty. I do have another one in the bathroom, but I have to say I didn't buy it. Thank you, Mar. It's lovely. Okay, we have one more in the body care space, and this one is by Avant. It is the Glycolic Acid Vivifying and Firming Body Treatment. Vivifying. I have to admit, I've never actually heard that in a product title before, but okay. So as the name implies, it has glycolic acid, which is great for exfoliating the skin. So yay. I think our body has a little bit tougher skin and it needs a little bit of extra help. It has shea butter, it has oils, it has glycerin, it has sodium hyaluronate, all these sorts of things to really attract and lock in moisture. So it actually is a super moisturizing and it feels really good on the skin. It also has mica in it, so it's slightly little light reflecting particles. I didn't really notice that so much, but it's definitely there in the ingredient list. Now, I did think that it was very effective and that my skin felt great. What I did not like was the scent. Now, for me, I don't necessarily mind scented products as long as it's a scent that I like, particularly on the body. I don't mind it. Not as big a fan of it on my face, but on my body, I like it to be in a certain scent territory, and this is very flowery, perfumey, which is totally not my bag. Now, I used it up because I thought the product was nice, but I would not be repurchasing just for scent alone. But then there's also the price tag. It's 62 euros for 50 mils, and this is not a big packet. So that's 62 euros. Nah, I'm not doing that. Now, I didn't pay 62 euros. I bought this as part of a kit from Face the Future. It was actually a fantastic deal. This is the one of the things that was in it, and I think the whole kit probably only cost 80 bucks. 80 pounds, I think, but it had loads of things in it that were full-sized products that made it a fantastic deal. So I used it. And if it were scented differently, I'd like it a lot more. And if it was cheaper, I might actually rebuy it. But for me, that was sort of a pass.
Not Vivified then, no?
Not Vivified, no. No, that's a fair point. Nope, not for me. You want to try it?
No.
No. So the next one up is a love-hate product. It's featured quite a few times on this channel because I keep buying it despite the fact that I really don't like it. And this is by Clarins. It is the Hand and Nail Treatment Cream. Now, I love the formulation of this product. I love the way that it makes my hands feel. And I'm a real hand cream crazy person. I'm always buying them. I'm always using them and have been for decades. But most of them aren't up to scratch. They just don't do a good job. They leave your hands feeling greasy, but mostly they just don't saturate them enough. They don't moisturize them enough that my hands are needing something 10 minutes later. This is one of the products that does a really good job of soothing my hands. But I hate the smell. I hate the smell so much, and I've talked about it so many times. I really can't stand the smell. Yet I keep buying it. This is probably my 5th tube. And I keep trying to figure out, why do I buy it? And I think that I buy it because of emergency situations. Like, I know I need a hand cream. I always have one in the car, for example. There's generally one in the bag. There's one upstairs, there's one downstairs, there's one at work. And I find myself in a situation where I need one, but I'm not sure that A, the products I know aren't going to work, or B, I don't know if they're going to work. So in that situation, I want to pick something that I know. And Clarins is available in so many pharmacies here in Ireland that it's kind of on every street corner. So if I dash in, I'm like, okay, I'll buy it. And I've bought so many of them. So it's empty, and it takes me a long time to get through one of these tubes, which is 100 mils. If it wasn't scented, it would be an all-time favorite. It's not. It's just one of those ones I keep rebuying. And just as an aside, my all-time favorite is this. This one is by Aveda Hand Relief. This is the best one of all times. And I do have this upstairs, downstairs, at the office, in the bag. That one's better, just saying. Okay, the last bit is we're looking at supplements because I have been doing a serious dive into supplements. And if you've been coming to this channel over the past couple of months, you're seeing that step up a lot because I'm 51 years old and I ain't getting any younger. Now, while I'm still in relatively good health, I know that there's a lot of things that I can be doing to help myself on that journey. So the first is omega-3s. Now, I do have a number of different packets here from different brands. I've been using I have a couple of the Cleanmarine For Women, which also contains Bs 1, 2, and 6, and a D3. And then I made a move over to California Gold. I'm not really using either of those. So instead, I've started buying a local Irish brand. It's called Minami, and that is suiting me just fine. And I'm taking that every day. Now, I have a couple of empties here. It's the same product by a company called Not Age. And again, they're starting to feature a lot here as I learn more about what type of products are going to help me in my own longevity. And this brand I am totally digging, and I'm talking with them a lot to try to put together a plan of the things that are going to work best for me in order to maintain a healthy lifestyle. This one in particular is called NMN. I'm still scratching the surface of this and trying to understand it, so I'm going to make this as simple as I possibly can because I am no expert. What this product does is help replenish NAD in our bodies. So NAD stands for nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. So what that is a coenzyme, which is like a helper molecule that is in every cell of our body. And it fuels hundreds of biological processes. So it is everywhere. It is repairing our damaged DNA. It is converting our food into energy. It is supporting our cellular defense system. And it's even helping to regulate our sleep. So it's kind of everywhere. And without it, it is said, we would cease to live, we would die. And low levels of NAD are contributors to a lot of chronic diseases that happens when we age. So they sort of say that low levels of NAD contribute to poor aging. So just like all of the other good things that our body produces when we are young, it starts to decline. So apparently by the time we reach age 50, we only have half of the NAD in our body that we used to have. So this product, which is called NMN, and I'm going to have to look over here so I can pronounce it, which is nicotinamide mononucleotide, is a precursor to NAD. So this is a form of vitamin B3. So taking this supplement helps to boost our natural NAD levels, which helps us to combat age-related illnesses. That was actually really hard to say. So I take 2 capsules every day, which gives me 1,000 milligrams of NMN. Now this is only one of a lot of Do Not Age supplements that I'm taking at the moment. So I probably will do a full video on that and talk a bit more about that in detail. Now this is not cheap. This is one of their more expensive products. This is a 1-month supply that costs $97. I have 2 empties here and I have a full one downstairs, but to me, you can't put a price on health, so I'm continuing to buy. Okay, I forgot there was one last thing that doesn't really fit into any of these categories, and that is the deodorant that I have been using. It is called Wild. Now, I've spoken about it quite a few times on this channel because I was sort of really excited to give it a try, and then I was a little bit on the fence about it. I love what these guys are doing because it's a zero waste sort of a proposition. You use a refillable container and you just buy these little cartridges that you replace. Cartridges themselves are completely compostable, so there's no waste, there's nothing going in the bin. So I loved the concept, and like they have all these great scents and you can kind of ship them out every month and you get these little packets and it's great. But effectiveness of the product itself isn't 100%. It's probably at about 80%. So I have repurchased on a few occasions and I have used them up. Here's an empty cartridge here that will go straight into the food bin when I'm done. I didn't repurchase. When I was in the US, I purchased like 5 of these because these are the ones that I really like. These are by Secret. So what happens when I run out of all of those? I don't know, but I didn't repurchase. And I think that if you care about the environment and this sort of thing is important, I would 100% go and buy them. In fact, I bought them for my daughter and she loves them, but they just weren't as effective as I'd like them to be. So I kind of defaulted to that when I was in the US, and we'll see what happens. So guys, that is it. That is the roundup of all of the other bits that I managed to work my way through these last couple of months. Are there any favorites? Do you have any thoughts about any of the ones that I have in here? Do you disagree? I'm sure there are lots of Orb people out there who are gonna go, what are you mad? Those things are brilliant. But anyway, I really appreciate you joining me today, and if you've made it this far, and if you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up because that helps my channel too. So thanks again for joining today, and I'll see you at the next video. Bye. I think I need a drink. I think I need a drink. I should have a G&T right now. It would be so much better. Okay.